Hello farmers, welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. Day 2 of summer. Is it day 2 of summer? I need to double check. I think it is. No, wrong one. Actually, it's day 3 of summer. And our field is ready for harvest today. And it took a while. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It rained all day the second day of summer. And I mean all day. It didn't stop raining until 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish in the morning. And just now, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the crops have finally dried to where we can go and harvest our canola that we got planted over there. First things first I'm going to do, though, is take care of the baler, which I'm going to drop it off here for now. I was going to repair it, but now I'm not because I just picked up a contract for field 18 for harvesting barley. So I'm going to bale that up as well. When I reloaded the game again, I had the same problem with the baling trailer where it was just full of bales. Then I reminded, it came to me, what the best thing to do for that is just reset the vehicle back to the shop, and hopefully that takes care of the problem of that baler, I don't know, just spawning a whole bunch of bales in it for no reason at all. The Deutz Fire, we got our fertilizer spreader ready to rock and roll here, full of fertilizer. Yeah, let's go on down. So I got some contracts to fertilize as well. So yesterday, I'll show you in just a minute, I just did mostly some seeding contracts and plowing contracts, and that was it. And it rained all day yesterday. As for our grass field, it's there. It hasn't grown at all. But I mean, it's only been a day since the last episode, so just have to wait and see. But I think it's been a full 6 days in game, a full season, if you will. So, yeah, the grass is just in the first stage of harvesting right now. So what you may see here on the map once in a while, I do have a mod that when it rains a lot, low-lying spots will puddle up. If you're new to this series, you'll see it shortly in our grass field that puddled up. And I think there's a field way down south where it has a huge puddle in it as well. I forgot what fields I got contracts in for fertilizing. 5 and 6. So this will not take too long for it to... Wow, this corn grew in a day. I just planted this yesterday. Just planted this yesterday, and it's already grown. I wish my grass would grow that much. This is field number 5, right? Yep, field number 5, and 6 is right behind us. Okay, perfectly. But actually, field number 6, I should have done that first. The only way to access field number 6 correctly is off the road that goes up to our farm. There's a ditch going around the whole field number 6. But either way, let me go ahead and... No, don't go around 3 times. Just go around once. And there we go. No, start at the first waypoint, please. Drive course. Perfect. We are going to teleport to... No, got to get out of that screen first. Hey, that's what I want to teleport to. That's perfect. Our combine harvester. I'm just going to ignore the Peterbilt and the trailer, because what I'm going to do is just harvest what we have. How do I want to get out of here, actually, to that field? Let's just go down here and get on out. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and harvest. Our combine can hold 120,000 liters of grain. Our field, I wish our field would harvest that much. But then it'll just come over and empty it into the silo. We're waiting until the first and second day of winter before all the crops that we have in our silo will be a good price to sell. As for the cattle, I think we're up to 29 cattle now. So that means 9 cattle are now producing some milk. And I think I'm up to almost 6,000 liters. So I'm liking that. I think pretty much when you get like $1,000 per 1,000 liters. So, yeah, that's going to help us out quite a bit, especially when we start getting more and more cattle. Oh, as for the straw trigger, not the big door where I put the straw bale at, was that last episode? I think it was last episode. You want to open the smaller door just to the right on that shed. And I think put the bale in there. But no, you don't have to shred it. So that does help us out a little bit in not buying some equipment. Although the piece of equipment I was going to buy to shred it, I think is only like $20,000 or so. I know there's the other equipment that you can put on the front loader and it costs like $5,000. Man, I hate that thing. I just can't get it. I mean, I can get it to work, but it's really finicky and you have to fiddle with it. And yep, not my style. Anywho. Let's get over here and harvest our canola so I can turn around and plant some soybean in the field. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't you keep the seeder that you leased and you could use that in your own field? When you do that, yeah, I can use that on any contracted field, but I cannot use it on our own field. The game is smart enough to know that. So when I got done seeding yesterday, I just returned it, and we were good to go there. I would assume some more seeding contracts will come up, but no, at this point I would like to work on our own stuff here, and it's kind of important that we get our field taken care of. Raise that on up. All right, fold the header. And it shouldn't take us too long. The one thing I probably should have done, but it's not that big of a deal. Actually, we're still harvesting at 11 miles an hour, which is pretty darn good. So yeah, I got a modded header for the combine, and when it's at 100%, I can harvest at 12 miles an hour instead of the in-game 6, so it's double the speed. So I don't know how much canola we're going to get off the field. The field should be at 100%, so you know it's got good nitrogen, good pH levels, and we're good to go. And also we're good to go because it's only the 3rd day of summer. I think I had until the 4th day of summer to plant soybeans in here, and hopefully we can get it harvested late this year unless the weather goes to crap. So like if we get a lot of rain or we get a cold snap early, that may be a problem for us. But we're going to take our chances. And then next year, probably, actually we do have, I'll wait till we get to the harvesting. So we do have a crop rotation I was kind of doing, so I have to see what I did in my crop rotation. I may have screwed it all up, but I'll take a double look at the crop rotation, which is pretty key for seasons, because if you keep planting the same thing, the yield can go below, or it can go higher depending on the rotation that you got. And it's been a while now since I did it, and I kind of forgot what my rotation looked like. I think I was going to do oats, canola, oats, canola, oats, canola. But we'll see if I plant not sunflower, soybeans after this, what it looks like for a yield for us. If it's a bad yield, then I don't want to plant soybean. I'll plant, if I can plant oats back in here, which I should be able to, I think. So we got Frank doing some fertilization. As you can see, my money is up to $80,000. So yeah, that's all contract from yesterday. But yeah, at midnight we are paying just shy of $16,000 in leasing fees, or not leasing fees, loan interest fees. So like I said, yeah, we're nibbling away at that initial loan that we took out to buy all of our equipment, buy the land, everything we needed for the farm to get it going. So we're doing pretty good this year because we're not buying anything. We're just earning some cash and paying off that loan as much as we can. Like I said, I don't think I need to buy anything else for equipment this year. We got everything we need to make the farm run as well as it can. So now let's just get the loan down to a reasonable amount, and then the next purchase probably will be buying like field number 30 with the sheds on it. And then I'll probably save up another $1 million to go ahead and buy the seeder, the planter, and of course a 3rd tractor. I already got the tractor I want in my mind, figured out what we're going to have, so it's just a matter of getting the cash. We don't really need a 3rd tractor at this point, but it would be nice to have one because the Ford, yeah, sometimes I'm asking the Ford to do a little bit too much than what it was meant to do. Ford is just meant to go ahead and take care of the cattle in the barn. Move some bales around, clean them on out. And now they're going to be in charge, that Ford's also going to be in charge of moving the manure. When we get enough manure, we'll probably get a manure spreader. And like I said, we'll just be taking the Ford, and I think that is a 9,000 liter bucket that we have for that. So we'll load up our manure spreader and use it on our grass field, maybe this field up here, but with just 29 cattle at the moment, it's not going to produce that much solid manure, but over time it will, especially if we get up to our goal of 2,000 cattle. Now the question I have for myself is, how many cattle do I want to purchase? So we start off with the original 20 cattle. We're going to let it go for a while to see how fast they actually do reproduce. We do have, of course, 20 cattle now that are, I don't want to say of age, but they're almost fully mature. So at some point, yeah, I got to figure out when it's time to sell the cattle. When I sell the cattle, though, we'll probably bring them to the meat processing plant, but the problem is that costs $250,000. but that will definitely make us more money than selling them straight up to back to the livestock market. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think maybe I'll wait until I start seeing where we're losing cattle, so then I can see how old cattle can actually get in the seasons. I haven't never got that far in seasons to know what's the max age. I know people say, well, sell it when they get to a certain weight, but we're not doing that here. We're meant to do it as a dairy farm. So yeah, I don't know what the average life expectancy of cattle are in Farming Simulator with seasons running. I went to Real Mrs. I can never say their modding name right. Real Mrs.'s website for, and I was reading up on the animals, and yeah, it does tell you what weight you should sell them at to get your best money for them at the livestock market. But I didn't see where it gave life expectancy of the cattle. So when we get done harvesting here, like I said, we're just going to ignore the Peterbilt and the trailer, because I'll just go on over to our silo, put the pipe out, and empty it into the silo that way. And then later on, I'll bring this combine on down to field 18, I think it is. It's a pretty big field. Getting paid $21,000 to go ahead and harvest it. So obviously, yeah, I'll take the $21,000, and I'll take the little bit extra grain we'll get from it, and of course all the straw that comes along with it. By then, Frank should be done fertilizing the 3 fields that he got. As for all the other contracts, that pretty much, there isn't many. I hit the refresh button like 5 times in a row, and nothing popped up. So my guess is in a day or so, a lot of contracts are going to come up. Seeing that we're in the middle of the seasons, I can see we got maybe a lot of fields that are not planted as of yet. So I'm pretty sure contracts will come up for seeding in those fields, but I want to get the field that we're in, the one that we own, taken care of first. This is more important to me than the rest. But it's not going to take long to harvest this, and then lease a seeder, come on up, throw some. Like I said, I'm thinking we're going to plant soybean, but if crop rotation says the yield will be bad, then we'll probably go back to oats. I think that's the rotation I have, is this oats, canola, oats, canola, oats, canola. Well, I just spent a minute down on field number 5 with Frank. I was sitting here harvesting and thinking, that's a small field. That's a big fertilizer spreader. He should be just about done. I checked on him. He's like, Frank, you're right where I left you. And yeah, he wouldn't fertilize. I'm like, Frank, what's going on here? And someone forgot to attach the PTO shaft to the fertilizer spreader. I don't know whose fault it was, but someone forgot to do it. Yeah, that was me. So yeah, Courseplay was just sitting there at point number 1 going, I would like to fertilize this, but can you attach the PTO shaft, please? Yeah, it took me about, I think, 30 seconds to figure out, like, why won't this run? I keep hitting start driver, and it just goes to point number 1 and stops. I'm like, why won't you run? I do like the manual attach system, though. It does add, at first I was like, yeah, I don't see the purpose. Well, I understand the purpose of it, but I didn't think I was going to like the mod. And then I think I started using it on the No Man's Land series. I think that's where I first started using it. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this, where you have to actually get out of the vehicle, attach it, make sure you get the PTO shaft and hoses all attached. Although the manual attach mod is kind of weird, so like I don't get... There are some combines you get out and attach the header to the combine. There's other combines you don't. So it's kind of a weird... I don't want to say it's a weird mod, but it's kind of weird that some equipment you have to get out, and other ones you don't. And it's like this header for this combine, I don't have to attach the PTO shaft, but there's other headers that you do. But then again, I am using a modded header on a combine that I don't think it's really made for, but it fits and it works and it runs. So it's all working out rather well, as is our yield on this field. This field is really not that big. And we are approaching 45,000 liters of canola in here already. So I'm guessing at least 60? Should get like 60,000 liters out of here. Which is not too bad. And I think it sells for what, 700? So we're looking at what, $42,000 worth of canola. Every little bit helps. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. I am using the Geo for Griffin, Indiana. It's a Griffin, Indiana Geo. And man, like I said, I know it did rain all day yesterday, but you know, after the rain stopped, it took a full 12 hours before the crop was ready to be harvested. It was wet for 12 straight hours. This seemed like a while. It's like I just kept sitting there and I was running the speed at time 60. I'm like, all right, so probably like by 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, I was expecting it to be. And then, you know, noon came along, and then it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then finally, they said, yeah, the crop is dried up, you can go harvest it. I'm like, thank you. Now, it is a cloudy day, so that kind of hinders the drying process a little bit. I don't know if that actually plays into it or not. But it is going to be rather interesting when Farming Simulator 22 comes out, because seasons will be part of the game. It won't be a mod. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it to where you can turn it on or off. Kind of like the other options that you get. So like, I think we can turn weeds on or off. So I'm pretty sure when you go into the game for Farming Simulator 22, it's going to be seasons you want it on or off. And as for anything other than that, I'm not too sure. Now, from what I saw and heard, Real Missus Modding, the one that made the Seasons mod to begin with, they said they had nothing to do with the Seasons mod, if you want to call it a mod, that's going to be in Farming Simulator 22. But the original author of Seasons of Real Isthmus Modding does now work for Giant, so yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Geez, can we say like in about 5 months' time? Because they said fall of 2021, this fall. So, yeah, like another 5 months or so, 5 or 6 months, we'll see what they have to offer. I'm pretty sure when we get to August, we'll start seeing, they'll release a couple of trailers here and there, just to kind of show us what's going on. And it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyways. Yes, we'll be playing Farming Simulator 22 when it does come out. So, and like I said, this challenge here will probably go all the way until that is released. All right, so approaching 54,000, so it may come up just shy of the 60,000 liters. But overall, not a bad haul. The one thing I'm going to check, though, once I get into harvesting as well, is I want to get out and see how the soil is doing for pH level. Nitrogen, we know the nitrogen level is going to be total crap. We're going to need to fertilize it after we seed it. It looks like possibly 2 more passes here, and we'll be done harvesting. Frank should just be about done with field of it. Okay, yeah, there he is. Upper right-hand corner. Contract number field number 5 is done. He can sit there for a little bit. Let him walk around and vent out his frustration that someone forgot to hook up the PTO shaft to the Breedle spreader. Then I'll bring him on over to field number 6 later on, once I'm down in field number 18 with the combine. Actually, I'm going to need to take the Duxvar down as well, because I need to bale. And the Ford can't bale, so the Ford will have to go on the Breedle spreader to spread the fertilizer. Which it can handle, but the horsepower is just on the edge. Alright, so we are done harvesting this field. Let's go ahead and unfold the header. Lower it down. Attach it. Sometimes the tongue of the header trailer kind of glitches through the ground a little bit. And when I hook it up to the combine, might see it do a little bit of a sinking action. And now popped it right out. So the pH value is actually still pretty decent. So I don't really think I need to put any lime in the field. But let's go through the gate over here. So this is one spot, like I said in the beginning of the video, I had... Can I fit through here? Yep. I had the mod where low-lying areas after it rains, it can fill up with some water. You can see in our grass fields right here. You can see some water has piled up. And I'm sure that's drained a little bit since it stopped raining 12 hours ago. But our grass field is... Yeah, that's as tall as the grass has gotten in 6 days. So I'm a little... I don't think I'm going to get two mows in this year, so it'll just have to be hay. But the good thing is we got plenty of silage. We are set there. Send the pipe out. Did I leave myself some room to do this? I'm not going to drive in the pond, am I? Nope, we're all set. I wish there was a mod for like some goldfish. Just put some goldfish in there. Alright, let me turn that off. So what I need to check on is crop rotation. So I got oats, canola. So we had oats, canola. Now if I put soybean in there, what does that do? It's not that bad, really. So the yield will be just less than average, which is 1.00. You saw when I had oats in there, the yield is pretty darn, it's better than average. So this rotation right here looked pretty darn good because it's always better than average. But, you know, we'll go ahead and do some soybean. Let me just double check to make sure I can plant soybean this time of the year. Yep, I got today and tomorrow I can go ahead and plant soybean. Let's go ahead and put that pipe back on in. Let me go down and we'll take care of Frank so he's not sitting down here too much burning up my diesel fuel. And actually, I think what I will do, I will get him started on field number 6. It won't take him long to do field number 6. Looks like that crop didn't germinate there. Oh wait, I can get to field number 6 from here? I didn't think I could. Oh, that's because it's field number 8. Genius. I'm just a genius. I was looking forward to field number 6. I was like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. Just the curvature of the field looks a little bit like field number 6. I need to cancel out that course there. We don't want to do that again. And field number 6 is actually through these trees. And there is, I think there's a little bit of a dip there. Can I sneak through? Oh, no, there's a tree there. Crap, am I going to get through? Yeah, we snuck through. Nope, not quite. Yeah, and there's that riverbed. There we go. That's good for your equipment. That's what you want to do. All right, I'm actually going to start over here in this corner. I was doubting myself that there was a riverbed through here, and there is. All right, course generation, Frank, for you. Field number 6. One time around is good because you got a 30-meter working width, so you don't need to do multiples. And I'll back you up to help you out here. Drive course, and you can now mosey along through and get that taken care of. We will hop on out, get sprayed with some fertilizer. Let me go in here, and of course, we'll go ahead and collect field number 5 for $9,351. That's nice. Yeah, so not many contracts here. How about if I refresh? Oh, we got another one. What was it here? Transport, cultivating, transport, baling. No, we're not doing baling, transportation, or cultivation. Cultivating. Let's go ahead. There's another one, transport, cultivating. So a lot of transport ones are coming up. Hey, there's field number 2 for fertilizing. All right, so I was looking for some seeding contracts. So if you go to our PDA and get the whole town of Griffin, Indiana on up, we can see a lot of fields in the south have not been planted at all. They have all been plowed. Or that's cultivated, right? Yeah. So field number 9, waiting to do. All the big fields. These are the big contracts I'm waiting to do. But yeah, I'll be going down with the combine to do field number 18, harvest field number 18 for 21,000. And that is barley, right? I think it was barley. Yep, it is barley. And I got to bring it up to Country View Milling. And of course, we got to do some bales as well. Not you, not you. Let's go ahead and fold the combine up. I'm going to leave that there for now. But man, the grass field, I just want that grass to turn so we can finally make some hay. I've been here almost a year and a half. And yeah, the grass just is taking its sweet time for sure. So I know I keep showing up. The grass height that we're looking for is right over here. This is a part that has not been mowed. And this is what our grass field looks like. Even the grass, I keep saying, the grass that we mowed last fall off the field is not even growing that well. So I don't know if he planned that when he made the geo for Griffin, Indiana, or I don't know. It just seems to be growing really, really slow. And someone did leave a comment, I want to say like 10, 15 episodes ago on the grass field that he lives over near Griffin, Indiana, and they do about 3 cuts per year on their grass field. We're going to be looking if we get one. Well, we should get one. We're going to do it one way or another, but I cannot wait until late fall. We did that last year and got screwed. By the way, that grass that was here finally decayed and disappeared. Lovely little cattle that we got going there. But we need some hay so we can make sure the TMR stays up. And like 6,000 liters of milk. What is the milk actually going for today? If I need, you know, sometimes it's going to be nice to have the cash. $13.26. That seems like a really, really good price. Okay, so in here, it's not showing... It says 1103, and it should be 13... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to keep my eye on that. Maybe it doesn't recognize my placeable that we put down, the vending machine. But it's a pretty darn good price. So that means I'll probably get somewhere in the vicinity of... Wait, how many liters? I might get like pretty close to... $8,000 for that milk, even though it's only been a day or so. I'm not going to sell it just as of yet. So I got work to do here this afternoon. I'll be harvesting and checking out some contracts later on. The other thing I probably should keep an eye on is the weather forecast. Because originally they were forecasted rain for this day, but luckily the rain held off. But looks like there's no rain in sight now for the rest of the week. It's looking rather good. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.